Hey, yeah, I've got a Magnum bike lock here, and I found this one quite hard to decode. In this video, I'm going to try and show you how to decode this. This has been set to a random combination by my wife, and I don't know what it is, and it's not all zeros. Okay, I struggled decoding this because if you pull, you don't get much feedback from the wheels. A lot of my other videos, I talk about the indirect method that works on a lot of bike locks. It does not work on this one. So the only method I found, I have to pull really hard. That's why I'm wearing gloves with a bit of rubber on. I have to pull really hard, and even that's not enough. I have to use some special techniques. I would recommend that if you're not strong enough, and I might not be strong enough to do this, pushing it out in front of the camera to pull it really hard. Usually I have it close to my body to pull it hard. What can work, and what a viewer in one of my other videos did, is he stood on one end of the cable, pulled up with the other end, and he was able to get enough tension. And in this lock, if you pull not along, but pull this so it's sort of turning it this way, the lock will still open when you turn it to the right combination, which is good, because some locks don't. If you pull it at an angle, they don't pull, and you go straight past the right combination and it still doesn't open. But in this lock it will, so you can pull here. Another technique I would recommend is if you had a friend, two friends, so one of them will be on this end, and they would be pulling, and they'd need to pull for quite a while, so maybe it's easier for them to sort of have straight arms and sort of lean back into it, and the other person on the other end, right? I'm going to try and pull myself using these fingers and trying to decode as I'm going. So I'm making it difficult to myself because there's only two of us home at the moment, so I'm going to see if I can do it for you. If it doesn't work, I'm going to have to wait till I've got another couple of people to try and pull both ends. Anyway, the first thing to do, I'm going to, with the numbers the right way up, and this end sort of opens and closes, because when the right combination's in there, it'll open from this end. Okay, I'm going to turn the numbers this way. There's marks here where the correct combination should go, and it's all on zeros, and it doesn't open. I'm going to just turn the wheel closest to where it opens. I'm pulling as hard as I can, and I'm just going to turn it all the way around. I'm just going to try and feel for some sort of stuck point, some sort of where it's harder to turn than usual. And all right, I've tried that. I'm going to turn the second wheel to 1 instead of 0. I'm going to try it on 1 and see if I'm going to pull it really hard and see if turning this last wheel No, I don't think I could feel anything. I'll just go around once again. No, you might have seen me shaking because I was pulling so hard. If you're really strong, you'll be able to do this, and if not, you will need help. Okay, I'm going to put the second wheel on 2. I'm going to pull really hard, turn it. Notice how I'm turning. No, by the way, notice how I'm turning the wheel this way. I'm not going 1, 2, 3. I'm turning it all this way when I'm doing the test. But these wheels, I'm just going to go up by the normal way, just so I can keep track. Okay, so I'm pulling really hard. I don't think I'm feeling anything there. Maybe at 9, I'll just have to Yeah, maybe at 9. It's I'm gonna have to try and pull this even harder. Yeah, I'm not sure. If there's something there, it's too subtle, so I'm going to carry on. I'm going to remember it could be 2, 9. I'm going to go up to 3. So pull. Keep on feeling as if there could be something. Just go around one more time. Pulling really hard. Not sure. So I'll go up to 4. And pulling really hard. There's sort of a couple of stuck points at 9 and 4. I'm not sure about. Not sure. Again, they were a bit too subtle. I'll try once more. Oh, hell. I think there's more obvious there on 9. Yeah, I think 9 is the best one I've found so far. 4, 9. Where if I pull, getting a little bit of a stuck point, okay? If you know, so I could go on to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and see if I can find something better. If you don't find anything, then it means you're not pulling hard enough. What I mean by stuck point is when I'm pulling really hard, it sort of doesn't want to turn out and it sort of clicks out a little bit on tension. But I don't know. If what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if this is 4, 9 by testing this wheel. None of these other wheels will get in a stuck point at all. They'll just keep turning if this is wrong. So I'm going to pull and turn this. Oh, now that's a strong stuck point there, which indicates that 4, 9 is probably right. If I pull really hard, it doesn't want to come out of 4. Okay, and 2. Okay, with this lock, if you find 2 of them, I often find 2 of them close together, 2 and 4, it's always the 4. Okay, so this is a bit of a stuck point and it won't come out with a bit of a click. And the 4, if I'm putting on tension, it's also a stuck point. Less of a click, but it's sort of like going over a bit of a hump. And it doesn't, pulling hard, it doesn't want to come out, and then boom, it comes out. So anyway, 4 should be the right number, and because I'm getting feedback, it means that this 4, 9 is also correct. So this number, I just need to turn and until it opens. Okay, so 8449 is the correct number. That's quite hard to decode, and that's the method that I have to do. Notice that I had to keep trying all the numbers on the second wheel and then cycle through the first wheel with lots of tension. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't get any stuck points. If I just had all 3 not moving and just turn this wheel, I wouldn't get any stuck points. That's why I had to try every single number on the second wheel before I could start to find one of them that worked where I'd get a stuck point on the first wheel. And what I found was that when I turned it to 9, if I pulled really hard, I got a convincing stuck point at 9, so convincing that I didn't even bother trying the rest of the numbers. But if I had I think 4 and 9 would have been the biggest stuck point. And again, I used a trick to shortcut testing the rest of the numbers by seeing under tension, pulling really hard, if any of these numbers started to show stuck points. If 4, 9 was wrong, this would show no stuck point, and then I'd know to carry on with, fives, testing 5s on the second wheel, then 6s, and so on until I find one that would generate a stuck point on the third wheel. When I found one on the third wheel, I found two of them, 4 and 2, and turning this way, it's always the first one you come across. So I was turning it this way and I came across 4 before I came across 2. So it's always 4. And the last wheel I'll just turn until it opens. Okay, quite a difficult lock to decode. By the way, this secondhand lock, it was on a secondhand bike, and the person let me take it to do a video on it, and there were a bunch of other locks on that bike, and they'd just been left outside, and the cheaper locks corroded and you couldn't even turn the wheels. But there was an Abus one, you could still turn the wheels, and this one you could still turn the wheels nicely, and there's no corrosion, all right? So it's a good quality lock for that reason, and you should not buy cheap locks. Another thing I want to say, this cable isn't that thick. I would not, even though it's quite a nice lock and it doesn't corrode, wheels easy to turn, I would not lock up an expensive bike with this, because thieves will be able to cut through a cable this thin quite quickly. If you're going to buy an expensive bike, get something really thick. Thanks.